First action of the season here at the Queen City Invitational. Just talk about the team effort today for your guys in their first race of the season.
Well, I think the first race went really well. We were looking for some time gaps between our first, second, third, fourth, fifth. And as I go through the results in the end here, we actually achieved a lot of our goals today. So I'm really happy with how things went today.
And out front, you had Ryan Gunther and a newcomer, Tyler Worth. Just talk about their teamwork up front and how the race went for those two.
So this is not a surprise that they were together since we come back for preseason. Those guys have been working together in all the workouts. And what we wanted to do today is, if we're doing it in practice and we're doing it in workouts, now let's start doing it in a race. So seeing them together was just an extension of what we're already seeing in practice. It was good job.
And keeping individually, just talk about some of the performances of a few of the other guys that were out there today racing for you.
So you talked about the first two guys. That was great. Newcomer Ryan Pelham did a great job today. He's been a little bit further behind in the workouts, but as the past 2 or 3 weeks have come on, he's been getting closer and closer and closer. You actually saw that today with his third place finish for us.
And finally, coming up next, you guys got a few weeks off before you head to Memphis for the Aac Preview. What's the schedule look like for you guys to prepare for that as you head into it?
So we're going to go back to training for a couple weeks. We're also hopefully going to get some kids back from sports medicine. We got some kids coming off injuries to hopefully get them back involved in the program. So to go down to Memphis, see the course, see it 5-6 weeks out, get an idea of what we're going to be up against come November 1st for the conference championships.
Here with Coach Lara Rogers after the first cross-country meet of the year, a third place team finish for your Bearcats. Just talk about, in general, the meet today.
Very happy with the start of the season. Last year we were 8th, so to get third in a field of 9, much better than last year. We have a very good top 3 right now. Still missing a couple pieces, and once we add those guys back in, I think we're going to be a really good team this year. And
speaking of the front runners, you had newcomer Ellie Leather up there with a senior, Hannah Markle. Talk about their performance today.
They did great. You know, the goal was top 10, so they helped each other out. In practice, they've been helping each other out, looking really good. So I expect them this year to kind of be our 1-2 punch that we needed.
All right, and speaking of newcomers, seems like there was a lot of fresh faces out there today running their first race for the Bearcats. What did you see from the newest members of your team?
Yeah, like we said earlier in the season, just looking for this, day today to kind of see where they're at and get a little race under our belt. Some had really good races. Maddie Walker, fantastic race from her, just outside the top 10. And then some of the other newcomers had good races. Definitely a starting point, rough around the edges for some of them, but we'll get it together and looking forward to down the road here in November.
Well, and speaking down the road, before you get to November, 2 weeks at the Friendship Invite up at Cedarville, what are your plans moving forward to getting to that race from today?
Yeah, so we're going to add a couple more people into that race, and with 2 more weeks of training under our belt, I imagine that will be a little bit better. And so again, having that first race just under your belt is a big thing. So in 2 weeks, expect that will be even better.